Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Joel and James Academy. I hope you all are doing very well and living your life at the fullest and moving towards the next level. As I summarize this so famous uplifting book called Next Level Thinking. So as we have discussed some topic of the second chapter that is called You Are Fully Loaded, and today also we will continue to the topic of the second chapter. So stay till the end. Thank you. So here the topic starts with know who you are and who you are not. As this line seems very simple, but it is very hard to observe or to feel what the author tries to say. The author puts way to understand its essence thoroughly because times we try to compete or try to become someone else. We will understand this topic by the help of great examples which were taken from our holy scriptures from our holy book called Bible. So here comes the story of great personality called John the Baptist. John the Baptist, a very well-known preacher of God, and he gives sermons about the God's proximity of final judgment. A very well scriptures is written about him in the holy book called Bible. I must read. Among them that are born of a man, there hath not rise a greater than John the Baptist. Such a great line has been written about him, John the Baptist. Among them that are born of woman, means whosoever have been born of woman has not been the greater than the John the Baptist. Why has been his means gaining such an important position in the holy book? Because he was such a kind of spiritual person that he was baptizing people and gaining a lot of attention. And baptizing means baptizing is a kind of ritual that is practiced even today also for spiritual cleaning process. He baptized Jesus Christ also in the Jordan River. He was a very much humble person. So he was gaining a lot of attention and become famous on that time. So actually people understand that he was the Messiah. So many Jewish people or many prophet persons came and asked him that whether he was the real Messiah, but without missing a word, he tells that no, he was not the Messiah. So it is important to know not only who are you, but to know who you are not. Because at the same time, John the Baptist refused to say that no, he was not a Messiah. He was just who God had made him to be. So if you are trying to be something that you are not, you will be frustrated. There is no grace for it. It will be a constant struggle. Always like it's uphill. Like just you are showing in this picture. The man rising in uphill. And we will understand this by the help of great example of King Saul and King David. Because when Saul was king, he was very content and living in a very peaceful mind. But when he saw that David's name has been rising and he was gaining popularity, he was gaining fame, so he was become envious, jealous. When he heard the news that David was becoming, chanted his name, that David has killed tens of thousands. But Saul, who has been famous once in his lifetime that he has killed thousands, but when he heard that David's name has been chanted more than his, then he became jealous, and he basically spent the rest of his life trying to be a David. He didn't realize that he was not in the same race. He wasn't competing with David. If Saul had been happy for David, he would have missed his destiny, his own life. You have to understand the sovereignty of God, what God has made him to be. But he was pretending to be something that God has not made him to be. So what happens maximum time if we try to copy or pretend to be other, then we end up our life in a frustration mode, just like Saul. If Saul had understood this, he could have kept the throne. If he had accepted and said, I am not David, he had defeated tens of thousands and done great things. and I have defeated 1,000 and God has blessed me, it would have been a different story. So most of the time we are happy until we start comparing. But we have to understand that comparison is not the key, or we can't compare an apple with an orange. We have to understand the sovereignty of God. It might not seem fair to us, but it doesn't make sense to us. But God's ways are not our ways. God is of ultimate power. He is the supreme. He is the divine. God's ways are not our ways, and the scripture talks about how God has given to every person different gifts, different talents, according to our own ability. Everyone does not get the same, but what He gave you is what you need to fulfill your destiny, your dream. So the concluding line is that whether you are a Saul, you can defeat 1,000, or whether you are a David, you can defeat 10,000. The right attitude is I am going to take what God's given me and make the most of it. If this basic principle Saul had understood earlier, then I think his story or his end was not so bad as the scriptures written about him. The right word that the author tries to make us implement in our life: don't compete, don't compare, just run your race. Yes, this is the first topic also of the second chapter. The author puts more weight on this line only, because if we compete and compare what God didn't make us to be, then we might end up our life in a frustration or a depression mode. So the author tries to make us understand this topic in a much and a more considered way. Again, there is a famous story where the owner gave one man 1 talent, another man 2 talent, and another man 5 talent. So it again seems like if God was fair, He would have given them all the same number. But God is sovereign. He is called ultimate power. He is the supreme one. So we have to give honor. So again, back to the story. The owner which given talents, different talents to different person. So He might give you 5 talent and give me 2 talent. He is God. So I can complain about the 2 and try to compete with you and outperform you. But that doesn't change the fact that you still have the 5 and I have the 2. A better approach to say that God, I recognize you, that you are sovereign. And before you gave me these 2 talent, I didn't have any. So instead of complaining about the 2 and competing with the persons who have 5, I am going to take these 2 talents and be the best that I can be. So as the author is saying that God is sovereign, He is the ultimate power, the supreme God. So we can't have 2 questions about His sovereignty, His divineness, His uniqueness. We have to have belief in Him. It takes a mature person to recognize what you are not, because the maturity is to be needed to recognize what you are not. Because very immaturity, you tend to or pretend someone else. It's out of the race. You think that, knowing what you are not will help you to stay focused on becoming who you are. Because there will always be pressures on to be this, to be that, to be other. Everyone will have opinions about you, but down in your heart, you know who you are. The real person, you know in your heart who you are. You can't let the outside pressure and other people squeeze you into becoming something that you are not, and ultimately your frustration and depression mode. So the author finally, the whole topic, the concluding line is that you must measure or make to recognize that who you are, but at the same time the more importance is given to recognize more that who you are not and who you are pretending. So I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please do and like and subscribe my channel. so you will get my latest notifications and updates. And thank you for your valuable time. uh, Please do like, this gives us motivation. And as always, God bless you all. Take care of your life and family. Thank you and see you soon. Goodbye. Thank you.